right, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. I said the old one, didn't I? I need to be saying PITW, prophetess. Nope, not prophetess. Peace in the wilderness with a higher. Peace in the wilderness with a higher. Okay, today, this evening, we're going to talk about testifying to the greatness of the Most High God. We're going to testify to the greatness of the Most High God. I don't know how many of you all out there have a testimony, okay? Meaning something we can say lately that the Most High has done. We know He's done a whole lot. We still here. That we can actually testify because He's done a whole lot. But we want to talk about what we could actually say today. How Him and His greatness, how we can give Him glory for this. We can give Him honor, and we can say that He is the greatest. Let's give Him your testimony, how you see how His greatness have touched your life lately. We know it's touched your life for years because we are all still here. So what can we say today about this Most High Yah and who He is, who He was, and who He's going to be, and how He has touched our lives in many ways, in many ways, through people, through deliverance of sickness, illness, which is sickness, breakthroughs, family, work, job, what else? Oh my goodness. Just everyday life, we should have a testimony down in us, y'all, to testify regarding His goodness, His greatness, His excellence, His wonderfulness, His kindness, His mercy, His grace, His all-knowing, His perfection, Him being the perfect individual who makes sure that we are as perfect in Him, not in the world. We ain't trying to prove nothing to the world now, y'all. Okay? Because we ain't got nothing to prove to them. You couldn't prove it to the world, no way. Because the world knows not the things which are of Yah. So they don't know nothing about His blessings, what He's done for you, through you, to you, your loved ones, your friends, your neighborhood, your community, your state. What can you say Yah has done for you lately? Hello in the live chat. It's good to see you. So Sister Deborah, would say this. About a month ago, I was driving, and I'm going to tell y'all, I should have been in a horrible accident. And guess what? It would have been my fault. 100% my fault. 100% my fault. But what stopped me is when I saw that I was going to have a horrible accident, and Yah refrained. I mean, He just took me from the whole zone of the accident, and I was just still, I was like in shock. But guess what? In the midst of me being in shock, I knew He had shielded me from that situation. He had shielded me from that situation. And guess what, y'all? It would have been my fault. And guess what? Most likely I wouldn't have been alive. That's just how bad I saw what I did. And that happened about a month ago. 6 months ago, it happened again. Now, it's not something I'm doing purposely. It's just things that I'm observing that is actually taking place. And I'm like seeing the right hand of the Father. You know, that right hand and that stretched out arm, that thing is real. I already knew it was real anyway, coming up as a child. I knew it was real because there's some power in that thing. For real, for real. Okay. So I'm saying that it is so many things. Even when I go get my blood work, I'm looking, okay, they're going to say cholesterol or too much sugar, always thinking something. But the Father always makes sure I'm okay, y'all. I give him all glory and honor and praise. He always makes sure you're going to be okay. So when I get all the test results and I see it, I say, okay, thank you, Father, Yah. Thank you, Father, Yah. So to me, it's a ongoing thing, is to thank him for all the things that could be worse. Let's go. What is it? Colonoscopy. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Colonoscopy. And they cut me off on one line. Okay, there you go. Do you all know that 7 years ago, I had 7 polyps, and when they go in, they cut them off, okay, and they burn them, okay. But this time I went, guess what? I had 2. You see what I'm saying? I had 2. So it's important at the age of 50, make sure you go have that done. And they give you a picture showing you exactly what it looks like. I was in Atlanta, Georgia. My mother told me, she said, I need you to make sure you have that. I think I'm pronouncing it right, colonoscopy. And she said she'd been telling all her children. My mother had 6, 7 children. One passed away, but she was telling us that we need to have that done, because she knew all her children are past 50. And the first time I went, you guys, I had 7 polyps. Sure did. So, but a lot of times, not a lot of times, but they said sometimes those things can be cancerous. Oh, and that's why my mom was on me about making sure I have that done. And I thank the Most High for that. You know, I did, and I did have 7, and that was 7 years ago. And I went back a couple of weeks ago, and I had 2. Okay. So I say unto you, even in the midst of having 2, I don't care. I can still testify this evening that he's still the greatest in spite of it all. Okay. I'm swinging to the left of me a new page. It's Peace in the Wilderness with Ahia. Okay. That's the new page. This is the first time I'm going to, and the last time I'm going to be live on this channel. So I just keyed in the new channel, PITW with Ahia. That's where we've been for a few days. Okay. So going back, that, and another thing, you guys, I'm gonna tell you something else I do. I sit back. Thank you. Is that that's for somebody else. Who had a birthday? Oh, you in October too? Wait a minute. Wow. Okay, now you have to be 50. Yeah, they say it's best 50 and older. Okay. That's right. And you know what else? You know what else, you guys? The sickness that it's on all the pages. It's on all the pages, babe. The what is it? The GoFundMe and the Cash App is on all. You can look on my other videos and you can see it's listed. That's where you can donate. But I've given you all a new page. It's PITW with a higher. That's the new page, okay? What you say, 63 and would never do it? What you mean you would never do it? Do what? What are you talking about? All praise to the Most High Yah. People are getting sick at your job. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I heard what I call, now this is Sister Deborah. Don't get uptight, but this is Sister Deborah. I heard a real man say, I am afraid. I think I talked to you all about that. I mean, what you call, you better try to get, okay? A real man. Let me tell you why I say a real man. Anytime a man can tell you that he's seeing something that's coming and that's something that is there that caused him to be afraid, I don't see nothing wrong with that. That's what I call a real man, because he's actually feeling something. For him to feel that way, he knows something is there. You see, this man is willing to get on nationwide YouTube and say that I am afraid. And he broke that thing down real nice. And when he finished, he still told him, I'm not afraid to say I'm afraid. I know something is about to come forth. And I'm afraid. Now, this is what Sister Deborah thought about today. I'm afraid. I'm scared. I'm afraid. I'm scared. I'm afraid. I am scared. And when we tell y'all what of, who can guess? Why would you say that, Deborah, that you're afraid and you scared? First and foremost, I'm human. And I'm a female. So that's already in me to have that weak part of me. But I am the fear and the scared that I am experiencing goes beyond all this crap. You know what I'm afraid of? You know what I'm scared of? I'm scared of what Yah is going to allow them to do. That's what I'm afraid of. Because Yah is not one that buckle up to us and buckle down to us. You see what I'm saying? I'm afraid what he is going to allow them to do. I'm so afraid of that. Because we're looking at things that they're already doing, but we're looking at it cockeyed. We ain't looking at it on both ends, straight. You see? Because the truth of the matter, a lot of the prophecies is running into what they're doing. And it's almost like they're a partaker in. So I'm looking straight to what? The Most High Yah. What you gonna let him do? What you gonna let him do, Father Yah? What you gonna let him do? That's what I'm scared of. That's what I'm afraid of. What Yah is going to allow them to do. Like he has. No one ever thought of it. Like he has in time past and in this day and time. It's no way a system that controls this power of wicked and evil down here can do what they do except what the Father allowed them to do. And in it all, I still give him praise, glory, and honor in the midst of being scared and afraid. It ain't them that I'm afraid of, y'all. I'm afraid of what he gonna let them do. Because I already done saw it. And that's what I'm afraid. Is it gonna come up on me or bother me? I'm to the point where I don't care. I think I'm more concerned about others more so than myself, but I'm still afraid what Yah is going to allow them to do. I'm talking about this one we don't have a testimony for. We can't say he all that, because you know why? We don't give him that type of glory and honor that's due him. I can sit here all day and tell you all and give my testimony of what he has been to me, what he has done to me, how he has kept me. And I don't have to go all the way back to I was 4 years old. I can go back to yesterday. Because his greatness stand today as great as it stood yesterday. But I'm scared and I'm afraid of what Yah is going to allow them to do. Because I already know it's wrapped up in the prophecies. They're not going to be able to do what they're doing unless it's wrapped up in the prophecies. And because we think the battle is what we can see, what we hear in these natural ears, we don't understand the battle is in the spirit realm. We understand it not. The battle is in the spirit realm. So we're looking in the natural realm for the battle. That's why Sister Deborah says she's scared. She's afraid. Because I know it's the spirit realm that's going to show up and show out where the natural realm, because the spirit realm going to let it overflow into the natural, to put the minds, the eyes, the ears, the bodies of everybody in the place that he has wielded. Chaos, darkness, wicked, evil at its highest. And if you don't find room to give him a testimony and glorify him for who he is, who he was, and who he's going to be, hold up for a minute. Hold up. I've seen some things, y'all. You'll say, well, why are you afraid? You saw all that? I'm afraid for people because it's going to catch them all off. Just like this here election. The elites got y'all thinking one thing. And it's just and you know where it says, this is the beginning of sorrow? We all up in sorrow, y'all. It ain't the beginning. We up in it. Yes, it is. It's being fulfilled. Oh no, baby. Let me explain something to y'all. Hold up. He ain't coming with your sword, baby. He ain't coming for you. No, he's not. See, we have to, and that's just a part that we haven't reached because we are so afraid in the flesh and we can't call it out. We want so bad that to believe that the sword's going to come and protect us and keep us. No. That's why I say I'm scared and afraid. I'm afraid for others not knowing what Yah has prepared for you. Tribulation wasn't for a race of people. It wasn't for a color. It wasn't for a denomination. It wasn't for the heathens, the Gentiles, the Europeans. It was for Israel, Judah, the heathens, the Gentile, the whole nation. That's what the tribulation was designed for. And because we've been playing patty cake, baker, man, for quite some time, guess what? He's going to leave that pancake in your hand since you want to play with it. The reality is tribulation we're going to go through. Why would he create his will to pour down tribulation? Why would Yeshua be on Mount Olive telling his disciples? And first, I like how he checked them, but then he started telling them what's to come. What has happened? And we're going to get into that. What is actually happening, what is actually going on is people got confused. People are confused because they thinking they're going to escape tribulation. They think they're going to escape the judgment. They think they're going to escape the fire that Yah has already kindled. And he said he's going to try you by it. So he ain't letting you out. You ain't getting out. People would wish that something would fall on them and kill them, and it ain't going to, because you're going to go through what you need to go through. Because for so long, you didn't have it your way in a form of peace. Now it's time for what was prophesied to collect. And we stand back in this flesh and have every reason why it's not going to happen. Do y'all know right now, people are thinking the rapture is getting ready to take place? Oh, yeah. They think the rapture is getting ready to take place, and they're going to be raptured up out of here. People really believing that they're going to escape these things. Oh, no, you're not. Oh, no. And that there is exactly what the prophet is telling you. I'm scared. I'm afraid for what I know the Father is going to allow to come upon a people. Is Judah, all nations, good, evil, wicked. It doesn't matter. It was created to come upon all, not some. That's what Israel did in Judah, especially Judah. They didn't taught our people. Let me say our people. Let me back it up. They didn't taught a people to believe that it's all about them. It's all about us, y'all. The whole world is here because of us. And then they turn around and said, this book, it was for Israel and Judah. This book is all about Judah. Israel. So if it's all about you, know that tribulation is about you too. Know that the judgment that to the whole house is about you too. Know that when he said, I'm going to try you by the fire, it's about you too. See, we escaping any door we can come out of. Even if we have to come up out of this word and not even believe it. That's what people are doing. They're teaching it and they're preaching it in a way that they think they're going to escape. And it's not this book. It's the word that has already been branded in his holy people. And we were the ones supposed to stand on top of the mountain and teach others, even the Gentiles, and let our light shine. That's what we should supposed to have done. But ain't no light shine. That's why everybody thinking that they getting out of here. Then you got a group of people saying the rapture is taking place. So what would you say to them? What would you say to them? The people who are saying the rapture is taking place. What will we say to them? People got a word for them. The church has a word for them. Oh, yeah, it's coming. And you're going to get out. He's going to make a way of escape for you. And that's the mindset. Everybody is there. Everybody is there. People, it's not going your way. Right now, you got the politics, the Democrats, Republican, and all the issues of the world is going your way. Y'all said that's the only thing gonna go your way. It's what your flesh desiring and seeing. That's the only thing gonna go your way. But his tribulation, his judgment, his fire that's kindled and on fire, it ain't going nowhere, baby. Do you really believe those 12 disciples and all them prophets lost their lives to even give you that type of warning that I'm giving you now, just so you can escape? Come on now. They die, but you escape. Come on now, talk to me. We are worse than yesterday, but they die, but you escape. No, I don't think so. You ain't going to escape. You ain't going to get out of this. You ain't going to take your head off the thing and put it on your head and just walk out of this. When that man, he don't know nothing about nothing, but he was able to say, I'm afraid. And I salute the fact that that's a real man willing to say what was already in him to believe. you got something to be afraid of. Walk around here thinking that Yah come to get you out of here if you want to. Keep on thinking that. No. You got to get that taste of that little something from the tribulation. Now, after the tribulation, yeah, he gonna get your butt out of here. But he ain't gonna have the tribulation and you gonna escape the tribulation. Oh, no, you're not. You're gonna feel that fire. And then he turn around and tell you, I'm gonna try you by the fire. Well, who is he telling that to? All the nations except for you, but yet the book is about you? Come on now. What is he saying? I'm going to start with the judgment on the whole house of Israel. Wait a minute. Oh, that just means every other nation outside of Israel? Come on now. That's the way they have taught you all for some time now. And you all have believed it too. It is branded in your flesh heart, in your flesh mind. Okay? And it's going to be like you'll never see anything to exchange that. Now, let's back that up. When we go to Timothy 2, 2 Timothy, and verse 7, 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. For Yah has not given the spirit of fear, but of power and of giving and a sound mind. Now, tell me, is that spiritual or is that natural? Come on with it. Pull it on up. Is that spiritual what he's giving? Or is that natural, fleshly? Can we use that for the flesh? No, you can't, baby. You better pull that bad boy up in the spirit realm. And that spirit better have the Ruach HaKodesh in it. The spirit of spirit. Look at the word spirit. That's a spirit. That's a spirit. That spirit means that Yah got 4 brands in the spirit realm of who you are that he branded his holy people with. Belief, faith, righteous, and fear. That's the fear he did not give you. But the fear of the flesh is realer than real. It is realer than real. See, we can't use the spiritual one when we want to throw it on in there. It's like throwing dice. I want to use my throw this time. Oh, no. No. He's talking about spirit. Deborah, let me explain to what he's saying to me. He said, Deborah, I didn't give you the spirit of fear. And I know your fear ain't about in the spirit, because you just laid it out to him and you told him straight. You made it plain. You're not fear of you. You fear for others. So what would that be? The flesh. That's the fear I have. That's what I'm scared of. Why? I got all these family members down here in the flesh. And if I'm in the flesh, I'm the fear of the spirit. It says the spirit. Notice, giving us the spirit. See, fear is a spirit. It goes along with your spirit. But there's another fear in the flesh. And what I spoke about was the fear and the scare in the flesh. Why? Because that fear is worth fearing in this day and time. Once you see what Yah is showing, Sister Deborah, in the spirit realm, I fear for others. That's what I said. I'm not fear and scared for me. I said that. So if I'm not scared for me, then I just stepped out of the realm of the spirit. I'm over here up in the flesh and I'm fearing for others. Why? Because they don't have that brand of spiritual fear. That's the difference. We have to be able to separate it with the blink of an eye. Why? Because if you don't and you're not able to, you got a long way to go. Because all this stuff that's going on and everything I'm saying, you guys, it has the connection to knowing how to separate the twos in every step of the moment. Even when you step outside and anything happens, you can separate it. Somebody do something, somebody run behind you, put a gun on you, and take something from you, and then take off running. First thing your flesh gonna be is fear. You can't match that flesh fear with the spirit of fear that's in you. You can't even compare them. They can't be compared. Because they 100 billion totally different from one another. And if we is on this earth using the flesh fear for the spiritual fear, we're doomed. You're doomed. There's no way out. You're doomed. That's why the whole teaching for the last 3 to 4 years has been based on the twos. Being able to have your backpack and separate one from the other. Because when you get to going and moving out of this captivity, you're gonna need everything in your backpack. You think that backpack is flesh, y'all? Ain't nothing in that backpack flesh. All of it is spiritual. All of it. That's what you're gonna need, because it's gonna help you on to the journey. But the things in the flesh, it ain't gonna do you no good, but trouble you on every side, to where you might not even be able to run, walk, talk, eat, do anything. You see? And us today, there go the testimony. Is y'all let us be in this day and time. Y'all is allowing us in this day and time to exist. That's a blessing inside of a blessing. That's a testimony inside of a testimony. Because you have to think, why me today, Father? Is it something about me today? Or you can say, why not me? But if you say, nothing's wrong,
no.
I'm live, something's wrong?
No,
okay, babe.
All right.
So, honestly, you guys, if we would lean to exalting, edifying, glorifying, uplifting the Most High Yah, in not just this hour, but hours of our living here on the earth, it will benefit you a great deal, you guys. It will benefit you a great deal. Because like this sister here, it's so many things I've already seen. And I think I've told you all this years ago. I've seen it and couldn't understand why couldn't nobody else see it. It's because it is, and it will, and it shall come to pass. And this is where I am afraid for people who go in one ear and go out the next. They say they hear, said the Most High Yah. But Deborah, they cannot hear. They say they see Deborah. They cannot see unless I, the great one, suffer them to see, then they see. Suffer them to hear, then they hear. But it's nothing you can say outside of planting the seed. And they trust me to do the increase in them. But in this day and time, he said, I'm not doing no increase. Everything is where it's at today. That's another part why I'm scared, I am afraid. And when I heard that man, and it was about almost a month ago, and he said that, I just melted. I said, Father, that's what you call a real man. Because he's coming from a place that's not a flesh thing. He knows something is going on, and he ain't ashamed to say, wait a minute, I'm afraid. Somebody that speaks like that, y'all would come. If he's of Yah, he would come and deal with that one. Because he's willing to admit what the world and what others refuse to admit to. You see? Hung up on pride, stubborn, self-centered, self-motivated. Oh, I can handle this. Oh, it's all well. Oh, no. Oh, no. Because I said to myself, if I had to have a bad disease, and I had to live a certain length of time, and I thought about, I'm telling you, I thought about this all last week. I would not take the medication. I would take chemo. I wouldn't even do none of that. That's what I said. But you know what? If that were to happen, I might even myself think different, think totally different. But right now, in my mind, in my state of mind, where I feel I stand with y'all, whatever, I'm not going through this. But you see what I'm saying? That's when you get caught up in how self feel about what can actually happen. But when you come to the understanding that there's two battles going on, one in the flesh that can't even be seen as flesh, but the battle of the total wicked and evil and everything else is in the unseen. And it's been going on since the beginning of time. But what happened today, when we tell you how Revelation pulling up, when we tell you how the Father is letting the elites them do these things, and that's what I'm afraid that they're going to pull up and they're going to do some things, and I'm going to have to sit here and watch them do it. It ain't nothing I'm going to be able to do about it. It might even affect you all and my children, my neighbors, my everything. Wake up, people. Something has to draw many that think they got this to the bosom of the Father. Something has to turn the light on. I get it. He already marked his. He marked them from the kingdom. Then he had the angels also to mark the 144. He know what he doing. Yah is not coming here to battle with nobody. Just because nobody have learned the right hand and the stretched out arm, that's on them. That thing is real. Why do you think that wicked and evil obeys his will? Why do you think Satan don't buckle up and buckle down on the Father? Come on now. Only one do that is flesh and blood. You see? This is why. Because people see him for really, not people, the unseen spirit. They see him for really who he is. They ain't gonna cross the line with y'all. But we, flesh, we try him every day and say we believe him, but we constantly trying him. We say we believe him, we know him, we with him, we cool and all this whole other stuff. But when it all said and done, hold up, just hold up. Watch what's about to happen. Watch what is about to happen. And I wonder who's going to stand and who's going to fall. But with me, I'm already afraid and scared because it ain't going to be something that you think yourself is going to be able to handle. Because it's real. And when you see darkness standing on every corner telling you what they about to do, and you standing your stupid tail there thinking, oh, when they ain't gonna do it to me, oh, that ain't gonna happen, oh, they ain't gonna do this, that's on you. You ain't gonna have a hand to fight nothing with. Nothing at all. I heard a man speak of it, what's that? Last night, I think it was. And I'm trying to clamp into the fact, I said, okay, why are these Europeans, they older than I am, some are younger, they all got YouTube pages, and they also talking about what is about to happen. You think they just talking because it's about to happen to them? No, it's going to happen to you. They talking about what's about to happen. When who's supposed to be talking about what's happening? The one that he gave the light to set upon the hill that cannot be hidden. We were supposed to teach the Gentiles, the heathens.
Did you just turn this off on purpose? Unplug it on purpose?
Oh, I didn't?
Because it was unplugged earlier.
Oh, wow. I just keep doing something wrong, huh?
No, I don't know.
But that's where we messing up at. What reason why I'm afraid I'm looking, you guys, and I see Yah is allowing the Europeans to tell you all what is about to take place amongst your government, amongst your system, amongst your country, and your head turned the other way, said, now he come to get us. You better watch yourself, because I'm a prophet in the wilderness. I can give my testimony tonight that he is all that and some. He is the greatest. I thank him for just allowing me to know what his plans are and allowing them to do the things that they're going to do. Did he give me the fullness of how they're going to do it and the way they're going to do it? No, not yet, but somewhat he has. And that's enough to say, oh, but Father, they didn't see it coming. Israel, Judah, none of them. But then you got the Europeans warning, and you got Judah and Israel walking around like they don't know Yah, they don't know nothing. It's a great thing. This great one I was talking about, to testify, one thing that's great about him, guess what? Is if you stupid, if you are stupid, if you stupid, if you blind, if you deaf, guess what? He coming to get what's his. He don't care if you blind. He don't care if you stupid. He don't care if you deaf. He gonna get what is his. Say you don't know him like you should. He don't care. He gonna get what belongs to him. Why? The victory is won in the spirit already. Come on, y'all, in the flesh. I got your victory in the spirit already. Because the war really wasn't a war. I the one created the chessboard. I created all the pieces, and guess what? Only I can win the game. We've got to see him like that. Because guess what? Him coming to get you is not going to hinder trouble, hard times. It's not going to hinder pain and suffering and sorrow. He said and told us we're going to have sorrow. He even told us they're going to kill you and think they done something. The children going to turn in the mother and father to be killed. All this thing, who you think he telling that to, the world? He ain't coming now to destroy the world. And that's what people are getting mixed up with. They are getting it all mixed up. Let me explain to y'all. Let me try. Let me try to, as the Spirit, help me with this. Help me, Spirit. Help me. Okay, y'all. Where we are at today is a time of judgment on the earth. Haven't you heard what you've done on the earth? You're going to be liable, and what you done in the spirit, you're going to be paid the penalty in the spirit, and what you done in the flesh, you're going to pay the penalty. That's for real. Now watch this. Where we are at today is not where 99.9 think that we are. Okay? Yeshua ain't coming on the four corners to collect nothing. Stand down. He ain't coming to collect nothing. The way that they swung it in your instructions and direction book, it really is what confused many people. Because many people are seeing it in the order in which they put it in here and confuse many. Just like in Revelation, if the Holy Spirit in you don't teach you it and smear it up and line it back into order in the way that it comes from him, the word, then you still going to be confused in the book that you truly has created to be your God. Okay. Whether you know it or not. Okay. So Yeshua got to come to the four corners. Okay. And he has to collect on the four corners. You have heard many people saying he's collecting his. No, he ain't. He's collecting all, because he's going to separate the sheep from the goat. You see, he's separating them for what? The final judgment. Okay. Now here it is. You got Yeshua that's going to do that. That's after the tribulation, you guys. That's after the judgment that Yah has set upon the earth. That's after all these things, these other things that's happening. You see? That's why Satan is going to be chained a certain time and then let loose again. We're thinking that, oh, this time for the rapture, he's getting ready to come. You want me to tell y'all why y'all saying that? It's because everybody's saying he's coming right now. You know why? Because they scared and they don't have no spiritual guidance. None whatsoever. We as Israel and Judah, we have to make it to the promised land. Y'all ain't come to collect nobody. Ain't nobody finna go in no rapture. Only rapture is going to be rapture out of here is Israel and Judah and other strangers to go to the promised land. That's the next mighty thing that's going to happen after the tribulation. After things start to happen, that's going to have you bit up and bit down. Y'all, it's not going to let Israel and Judah escape the tribulation, y'all. We're not going to escape it. That's why he said, you in here, you curse in here, and curse going out. You ain't going to win the way you want to keep teaching and believing within yourself. It is. You're not going to win that way. No victory there at all. Just like they said, oh, the Father is going to Magog and God and all the other nations. Come on now, y'all. He's going to release Satan. Satan going to go to the throne. He going to say, well, what must I do? He said, take your butt over there and convince them and tell them, come on to the battlefield. Come on to the battlefield. All Satan's mission is to come from out of the bottomless pit, to go convince the nations to come to the battlefield. So what? The fire can destroy them from the kingdom. From the heaven. That's it. Who's going to be battling with a right hand and a stretched out arm? Because y'all never knew who the right hand and the stretched out arm is, we just assume y'all that weak. He's going to have to fight to win. Y'all, stop that. Putting him in a place like unto the flesh of man. He don't have to win nothing. He already won. When you feel that here, so deep here and so deep here to where you don't need nobody to tell you that, you already know he is victorious already. But when did he get that way, Sister Deborah? Before the foundation of the world. He already had victory. You see how we clowning down here and making it what we want it to make it? When we begin to see him for who he is, then we'll see all the work of that right hand and that stretched out arm is doing, all up in Revelation. Yes, again, we are not going to escape the things in which you think you're going to escape. Just like the two witnesses ain't going to pull up in the United States. Those two witnesses ain't going to pull up in the United States. They're going to be in some other country. United States going to be down. And that's what you know what? Judah women and men so busy trying to prove who they are. But they lost. They just lost. They're trying to prove who they are. They kind of trying to prove that they should get reparations. They trying to prove that Europeans are now coming to the knowledge who we are. Who gives a rat's behind who you are in the flesh when there's a real battle being fought on the other side? Now one of you all understood me when I was explaining that. The battle on the other side that's unseen is your spirit and who it really is. It's battling. So when he said your flesh and blood, hey, the battle ain't there. It's your spirit that's battling. Your spirit could be battling the spirit of the spiritual seed. The spiritual seed could be battling those, not in could, they are. They are battling who? Satan seeds. That's where the real war is at. So I'm like saying to the Father, why ain't people understanding they got a spirit? That's why. Because their spirit got its tail over here fighting the unseen battle. And the flesh over here thinking it got it going on. And the spirit allowed that which it does in the spirit, it allowed it to ride over into the flesh. And that's why the flesh can't defeat the issues that's in the flesh. It's because its own spirit is battling against Yah's spirits. That's where the war is at. When he says, it's not flesh and blood, it's spirit. But that's where it's being all the time. That's how it came down from heaven. Spirit. All this stuff about rapture and he's coming to take us over to the promised land. Let me tell y'all, they're getting it confused. They're calling the rapture that which they have been molded to believe. There's no rapture coming for you, baby. There's no rapture coming for you. There's no rapture coming, but I can give you something that you might be thinking is the rapture. But what they didn't understand, Yah is coming. If he's coming for anything, he's coming for Judah and Israel. That's who he's coming for. Ain't nobody getting up out of here until Israel and Judah is up out of here. So take your rapture and bury that mess until you seen Israel and Judah on the four corners poured out and taken away. Ain't nothing come to see you but hell. That Satan still loose. That's all that's going to see you. So that's the next step. But because you want to make Israel and Judah over there now, you go on and make Israel. That's why everybody's messed up on the floor. Because they want to make Israel and Judah be where they already are. But then over in Israel and Judah, you pull up on them and say, hey, bro, where is Judah? Where is Judah? Why would a whole world believe over there is Israel and Judah? I mean, it's Israel, but Israel's over there, but where is Judah? It's brother. How could you be Israel, but where is Judah? Nobody ever asked that question. No one ever questioned that. If you say you Israel, well, where is Judah? Can you direct us to where Judah is at? Since you say you the true Israel, show us where Judah is. His brother. They couldn't tell you. They couldn't tell you. Why would this whole world in the year 2024 not be able to see that Israel, that can't be Israel over there, the Israel of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? That can't be, no, the Israel of Jacob can't be over there. Because Israel can't be over there and Judah is not to be seen. Wait a minute, hold up. So how are you Israel? Where is Judah? No one ever asked that question. No one ever asked the question and said what Israel is 11 different tribes. So how could you be Israel and you missing Judah? If anybody gonna be over there, first and foremost, it's gonna be Judah, not Israel. So how did Israel outbeat Judah being in the promised land? It doesn't make sense, but guess what? The Father said it don't have to make sense. because they ain't sense. They're trying to fight something in the natural while it's being fought in the spirit. And I'm the Most High Yah, sits down, looks high, looks low, and say all is well. Because it's still going away. That he has willed it for his name's sake, and he has orchestrated it. So if anybody gonna get up out of here, all of these churches, even Geno Jennies and all these other people, all these Europeans and heathens and Gentiles and all of them, they can take it and keep it. You can keep it over there. You can keep all that you have, because I already seen what he's gonna do for that. But you can have it. And since the world has bowed down to it, that's the reason. That's the reason why the world got to fall with it. Because they betrayed. They've been in the midst of that mess for all these years, knowing that it was not and that it is not. And we run around here with our head chopped off, killing one another, disturbing one another, just doing all kind of abomination toward each other and all kind of mess. So what do you think the Father is pleased with on this earth? Nothing. But guess what he is pleased with? His will. For his name's sake, he's pleased. Because it's going according to the way he saw it, the way he see it, and the way that it is. Only one getting up out of here is Israel and Judah. And they getting up out from the four corners. That's the next move of that right hand with getting people from one place to another for safety. And the only way he's going to do that, only times he's going to do that, Judah and Israel still hadn't learned anything. So they're going to have to learn it through the tribulation. They're going to have to feel something. But I hear it said, and this is why I say you're not going to escape, y'all. You're not going to get out of here like that. You better hope you believe in something that's spirit and truth than to believe in a bunch of lies, because that's where it's going to hurt you. Because you're going to look up and realize all this time it was a lie. Yeah. Because you chose to believe the lie over the truth. And the truth been spoken over and over and over and over, but you chose it. Now, this is what gets me. Isaiah spoke of in that day. In that day. And he said that to the women, he said, thy men. When he said thy men, that means our brothers, our uncles, our grandfathers, our husbands, our sons, our nephews shall fall by the sword. And thy, telling the women, mighty men in the war. So if you run your tail around here thinking that you finna rapture out of here, or Israel and Judah is coming out and they're going to escape something, yeah, you're going to escape something, all right. You're going 6 foot under. Many of them. Many of them. That's why. You know how he said a small remnant? I was thinking about that small remnant, and only thing I can think about is for it to be a small remnant and you to take Israel out, it either has to be a spiritual Israel or the only thing that's going to be left. It has to be the spiritual Israel or the only ones that's left. And as time continued to go and I'm watching Israel and Judah, it appeared to be only what's left. Because the tribulation, there's something going on, y'all. Because for Matthew's 24 and the tribulation, then the Father says after the time of the Gentiles is completed, he's going to deal with the whole house. So I do know the judgment is already been on the house. So I do know that has taken place. It's taking place, but he said, don't ever say, Deborah, that it has. It's going to continue. Nothing like the 4 horses and all these things in Revelation. He said it's not going to stop right there. He's like an earthquakes in diverse places. It's not going to have an earthquake during this time and that's it. Oh no, it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. Okay, in different places. Famine. It's not going to stop. It's going to keep going. You see, pestilence. It's not going to stop with one pestilence hitting the land. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. Because it has to fulfill all the way for his name's sake, according to his will, and not according to what we have numbered or we feel that it should be. Okay? So, I say unto you all, the time first thing has to move is Israel and Judah. Okay? All the things that's taking place in Revelation as far as the days of darkness and earthquakes and all of these things, it's not going to end. It's going to continue. Okay, pestilence and different famine. It's you can see it moving in that type of direction. A lot of us can't see that there is famine that's on the land because we got so much. We thinking we got it going on. We think those people just out there poor. We don't understand it already has hit the land. It has already hit the land. And that's why a lot of people can't feel the prophecies of Yah, because they figure if it don't touch my house, Deborah, if it don't touch my realm or where I'm at, where I understand, where I feel, it ain't hit yet then. I don't see it. I don't get it. And that's the beauty of it all, is because the way he's sending it on people with that type of mindset. Those are the ones it's going to lose out because they're thinking that the only way Yah can do anything, he has to first put it before them. They have to have the fullness and the understanding. They have to get it from A to Z. They got to hear it from the European telling them it's A, B, C. Oh, so it is A, B, and C. That's how Israel and Judah is. They're not going to escape. They're not getting out of here without some judgment or some fire and being tried by the fire. You're not going to get out. You're going to feel some of that tribulation. And I think then the tribulation to a certain degree, then he'll take you out of here. You see? But he said you ain't gonna you're gonna be in captivity, coming in and going out. You're gonna still be in captivity. So it's all that we're gonna inherit for us being cleaned up and given a new heart and a new spirit is when we get over to holy. The land that's going to be holy. You see? But I now understand that the holy ones are the ones that came down here, are the spiritual seed. Again, we were supposed to be the light. They're set up on a hill. They cannot be hidden. We were the ones that's supposed to teach our people and the Gentiles about what? The Most High Yah. We can't force nobody to get it or to grip it or to accept it, but we were to be the light. We were to be the light. So again, I think I've given everyone on this side, and I'm going to upload it one more time, the new page. This would be the, I'm not going to come on this page to do videos. I will drop videos on here until, but we must stop seeing Yah as the less of the less. Oh, he don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. Someone says it's plainly seen. Now that's how I see it. chose to not believe. That's true too. That's true. Clueless. Lost in the wilderness. All we got to do is stand still. I like that. I like that. That is exactly what he wants us to do. I like that. Stand still. Stand still. And know that he got this. But we have to know him to be all that and some. What's the topic? Greater. Greatness. You see what I'm saying? We can stand still, but we have to know him to be all that as well. I mean, I wouldn't even want to just stand still. That's what he wants us to do, stand still. But in the process of it, I want to know that I want to just feel that I know he got it all in control. I really do. Yeah, I seen that the other day. Somebody, Yah is a great and terrible Elohim. Someone else put that on one of my, I think, comments, and I thought, that just, people wouldn't even grip that. Yah is great and terrible Elohim. Boy, but when you get to know that right hand, you will find out really who he is, especially that stretched out arm. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's when he's shortening the days. You see it? That's why he's shortening the days. He'll take every last one of us out. I'm serious. That's why he has to shorten the days. 100. That's true. That's why he said. That's why he said the days for the very elect's sake. You see, he said, letting you know, I have to do this, or else they ain't gonna make it either. So you see what I'm saying? But he wanting us to understand that we too gonna go through. Yeah, that's what it says. We're gonna be judged first. So would you all say that we are being judged right now? Judged to take each other life and be hating on one another and be against one another and killing one another and destroying one another, all our property, everything we get. Yep. Yep. Praise the Most High Yah. I thank Yah for allowing me to find this channel and learn spirit and truth and about the tools. And I think the tools is really important. It just seems like it takes you a long ways. And especially it'll help you understand people. The tools will help you, and it'll make you feel okay about people being exactly where they're at. It really would. Because you won't have to be trying to struggle with individual and who they are, what they doing, why they doing it. The tools will identify that there are twos in the midst. Okay. Yep. That's right. Praise him for shortening it, baby. That's for real. I like that. Mm-hmm. That is so true. Praise the Most High Yah. You're so right. Because if he said if he hadn't shortened it, nobody would make it. But see, the thing is we have to make, we don't play with who we are in Yah. You get what I'm saying? Play with it as if, okay, I'm good. Okay? Why? Because he said, in a man's eyes is clean in his own eyes. He have no idea that spirits are detached to his spirit. And the Father said, you might be clean in your own eyes, in your own flesh, you clean, but you got spirits detached to your spirit. I'm measuring them bad boys. That means I'm going to judge them. That's on you. You see? So don't get to the place where you got your keys to the kingdom already. I'm there. I know I'm going. If we can take that time out and have a better relationship with the Most High Yah, outside of having an assured key to the kingdom, why don't we have an assured relationship with him? How many of you all pray in the spirit? How many of you all pray in the spirit? How many of you all can discern that you are holy? For he is holy. And if he's holy, then you are holy. How can you discern you are holy? It's so many things I can sit here and ask. So be careful in just assuming that it says this, so I'm all in. Better be careful. Because if this book is words and Yah is the word, then his word of who he is override what this book says. So look like we need to be trying to have a one-on-one relationship with him one-on-one, to where we have him in us that gives us that assurance, not a book that says I am sealed to the day of this. Be careful, because when he told me in Revelation, Deborah, they just moved it around. I'm like, Father, I was thinking that. I didn't want to say it. I see that. Because in Revelation, they move things around. They have moved a lot of things in many of these verses in this instructions and direction book. You have to really be careful, because we are going around, I myself, saying saints. In Hebrew is kadash, which kadash mean holy. So why didn't they just use holy? Why would you use saints? Because they category everything in their religion, the Roman Catholic, is under the word saint. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Yes. So that's why they use saints. So what I'm saying is, if we can put that type of energy in knowing Yah one-on-one, wanting him to be in us. If he is holy, then we are holy. How are we holy? Because he is holy. See, Yah is coming for what is his from the kingdom, not from the earth, where we say we are his. Because 99.9 said we all are his. But what are we doing that show in our flesh that we are born of the spirit? Do y'all know what praying in the spirit would do to you? Huh? Have anybody know what praying in the spirit would do to you? It'll open up many doors that you thought could not open. That's what praying in the spirit would do. It'll open up many doors that you thought would not be open or could not open. It'll allow you to see. It could allow you to see things you never seen before, and you'll feel so different about any and everything. Praying in the spirit. That's when the spirit of Yah is speaking to your spirit that's in you. One-on-one. Your flesh don't know nothing about it, but when you come out of it, you be just as, you be on fire. You will be on fire. Yes, you will. Yep, repenting is a commonplace. Yep, that's a good one. A real good one. And rest, healing. Would you say healing? Okay. Oh yes. Mm-hmm. It makes you feel. I mean, it's just a total different. It's a total different feeling, and it makes you feel like you just starting all over again, like a new person, you know. And flesh sitting over there looking silly, trying to figure it out and can't. That's the power of it, y'all. Is when your flesh sitting over there looking stupid while you speaking to the Most High Yah in spirit. Oh, your flesh over there is just thinking. You can even hear the thoughts of your flesh, and it's all in the deep end. And you wondering, wait a minute, hold up. You better get your butt over here and get a little taste of this. This what feel good. This is what feels good. Yep, not giving that flesh what it wants. Give that flesh nothing. It's not do anything. So on that page that several people are on, this I felt compelled to come on here. I'm on both pages, okay? I felt compelled to add my information so that you would know that the new YouTube page is now at work, and the old YouTube page will be closing totally. I just wanted to make sure I dropped videos that was on here, and in those videos also inform you all of the new page. Okay, so I hope you got the new page. I dropped it in the live chat. I hope you got, and I'm going to be focusing on the PITW page with a higher. Okay, I'm going to focus on that end, on that page only. So I will be shutting this page down and keeping up with the new page. Okay. But if before we leave, what could each and every last one of us give Yah glory for? Each and every last one of us. Each and every last one. What could you actually today say to the Most High Yah? You give him praise and glory for. Yes. Okay. You say everything. Oh, you talking about something else. Okay. Anybody who okay. Be in your everything. Food for the spirit. The I am. Praise the Most High Yah. Just another day to get out of bed and see my son play soccer. Praise the Most High Yah. And he probably was happy that you was watching him play. He knew you was playing. He knew you were there or watching him. Did he know? Everything in Yah. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now that's a good thing. Bringing us out of darkness. That's a good thing. Into his marvelous light. I like that one. I love that one. I praise Yah for understanding who I am. All right. We praise him for understanding who I am. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Saving you at birth for not giving up. Not giving up. Oh, that's a good one. Directing me. My life every day is a gift. You saved me from death 23 years ago. I'm so grateful. Praise the Most High Yah. Saved me from death 23 years ago. I am grateful, Most High Yah. Okay. What can we say? What can we say? Oh, yeah, I had a real bad episode with seizures. A real bad one. Put me in a coma. Okay, my mother was in a coma when I was born. Oh wow, in a coma when you was born. Mm-mm-mm-mm. The Most High Yah felt that you needed to be here. Praise the Most High Yah. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all. I don't know if y'all have experienced this, but all on my phone. I don't know how they got my name, y'all. I cannot. So many people then send me texts and messages, you guys, regarding the election. If I would work on the election, and I'm like, who would give them my name and my number to send me that? Okay. I praise him for so much daily last summer. I almost ran over a man. Oh my goodness. And his dog, because I never saw him come crossing as the light turned green and streamed at me. Oh wow. And called me stupid. Oh my goodness. And he didn't even understand. That could have been his last. Give praise to the Most High Yah that the outcome was life, living, this man living, and nothing happening. Because you probably wouldn't even live, had a hard time living with that. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I'm saying. It would have been a bad. That's exactly how. That's what I was giving earlier. My testimony of how I could have had an accident, and I knew I wasn't gonna be y'all. If y'all knew the situation, y'all said, Deborah, how did you get into that? I mean, a real bad accident. And all I could think about is how he shielded. That's all I could think about, and that's I'm grateful. Oh wow, took away your seizures when you was a baby too. Praise the Most High Yah. Okay, over here, what's going on? Y'all froze on me. Look like you don't have very what? Why we? No one on that side. I know that's right. Because you probably wouldn't even been able to live with that. I mean, you would have been able to live with it, but it had been a nightmare. It seemed like something that had never, would be hard to shake off. Just imagine hitting somebody. We praise the Most High for just that deliverance within. I'm telling you, that's him. So they did. They kept, I mean, I couldn't even understand why they kept doing that. I mean, 17, 18 times, y'all. I'm not into no voting and all that. Yeah. Mm. Daily bread. Being my provider, protector, healer, light, my peace. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, he is flattable. Absolutely. Amazing grace. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, you pulled up. Thankful that the Most High Yah dispatch my angel every day to keep a watch over me for the seventh and unseen, and that know I am and who I am. That's how you know and who you are, who I am. Seen. That's right. I know that's right. All praise to the Father, to Yah. It's my understanding that prayer, let me get this here other thing off of here. I don't know why they have prayer, that pray in the spirit would allow you to pray for things that the colonel can't. You are so right. That is so true. That is so you must have known what it consists of praying in the spirit. I mean, it'll take you there too. You are so right. Listen to this. It's my understanding that praying in the spirit would allow you to pray for things that the carnal can't, and that is 100. It'll move all that out the way, and it's be between spirit and spirit. Yes, that is so true. Seen. That is so true. Mm. Free and mercy, the reason living. Praise the Most High Yah. Indeed, he doesn't deal with Colonel. Yeah, he don't deal with the Colonel. There he is, praising the Most High Yah. Mm. Uh, when you heard uh, the bombshell, there was a growling voice that came out your message. I taped it on my phone. Really? Oh, wow. 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 When I was listening to your message, the bombshell, there was a growling voice that came on your message. I taped it on my phone. I want to tell you something. I even spoke another video after that, informing individuals that was a very powerful message. It's a powerful message to the point of moving individual to a different level. You see what I'm saying? So when that bombshell was got thrown on me, guess what? It wasn't for me and me alone. You see? And with that, I'm gonna tell you something. That's showing you that it's a battle. It is something that's taking place. And that battle alone is the unseen. So you see, y'all hear the world talk about, do y'all see that they got that CERN and they doing messing with the weather and all of that? That's spiritual battle, y'all. That's all spiritual. That they're being allowed to tamper with. That's the spiritual battle. That here the United States can't even figure it out. The people. Because it's spiritual, it's in high places. Thankful for his daily dose of grace and mercy that keeps me in a perfect place. Peace, in a perfect peace. It's nothing like real peace. Oh, yes. Yeah. That bombshell was a bomb. All righty. I'm telling you, if you hear it and you really kind of take your spirit there, I'm gonna tell you, it'll bring you to a total different level, because it did me. And do you know I picked up the book, or I sit and watch someone on YouTube? It takes me from them, even listening to them, to a different level. It takes me to a different level. It'll take their conversation to a total different level. And they'd be down here on level 1, and y'all took me to level 10 in their conversation. Yeah. Let me see. How can you send it? I don't know how. Let me see. I'm trying to see how. How can you send it and I can hear it? Did you get the new email, or can it go through the email? Yeah, because you know what? I think that we don't understand that the reason for the narrow gate versus the broad. Okay? And if the narrow gate is so narrow to where very few shall find it, those that do find it is in a dangerous, I would say dangerous, but in a situation like no other, because they finding the narrow gate, where it's located, and the way to go therefore toward the narrow gate. And I think the narrow gate represents also spirit and truth, because Yeshua said, the time shall come, and the time is now, when the true worshipers, as if there are certain ones coming, the true worshipers will worship in spirit and truth, as if they are worshiping in a different form or in a different way. He knows what he was saying. And like James was saying about he was shortening the time for the elect's sake. Even looking at their situation. This is what he would do, what he have to do. You see? And he would allow, do he have to shorten the time? Just think. Do he have to shorten the time? He runs time. So why do he have to shorten? Wait a minute, Father, y'all. Why do you have to shorten the time? You rule time. Because, Deborah, everything is set up and in order. And I have to cut out to make sure everything fall in order. So he's showing us, he's showing me, I ain't letting the world have its way. It's still going to go my way. I'm still going to rule. It's still going to go my way. While many people thinking that, and I'm going to be honest with you, all these churches, all these Catholic churches, all these different denomination, Muslim, everybody thinking they're going this way. Let me tell y'all about Farrakhan, Louis Farrakhan. Louis Farrakhan had a couple of guys stating that they're trying to delete him. unalive him. Bro, you done mess with a whole multitude of people and send them a way that is not the way of Yah. Okay? It don't matter who come after you. You done lived enough time to have steered the people to the light. And you decide to steer them to your tradition of what another man told you. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, to me, the way Sister Deborah said, I see a lot of things that different denomination is saying that's true. It goes back to what the Father said to me about 4 years ago. All of them got a little taste of what is true. And when he said that to me, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. They all got a little taste, right? They all got a little taste of something that's true. That's going back to the battle. All of them are the same. Nothing is different. They all the same. Everything is the same. Everybody is the same. Did y'all know that? Let me ask the ultimate question. What make us all the same? Let me see who can answer that. What make us all the same? What make a creator says one is no different than the other? What makes him say that? Huh? What makes him say, Deborah, one is no different than the other? They all the same. What is the Father saying here, y'all? Which one was that? We're all human. Somebody said we're all human. We all have a bit of the spirit of Yah. Okay. This body. Okay. Did someone calls me when you tell them I'm watching my you ought to quit. You ought to quit. You know what? Okay, all of you all said it. All of guess what, you guys? Watch this here. He said, Deborah, they all flesh. So while we run around here chasing this and this and this and this and this and this and this, we don't even understand Israel and Judah is still flesh. That flesh is no different than all them other nations. They're going to show up. Where at? In the kingdom. The kingdom said there's going to be other nations that's going to pull up in the eternal kingdom. You see what I'm saying? So he's saying there's nothing. One is no different than the other. You see? On the earth. Flesh. You know why that's so true? That's why he's going to clean up Israel and Judah when he get them to the promised land. Because they ain't no different than nobody else. But he going to make them different. That's how. See, you really think you think you all that answer, but baby, you really ain't no different. It's when he gets you to that holy land and he put a new heart in you, a new name, a new spirit in you. Outside of that, you just like everybody else. That's why I said this game that's down here played in this flesh, it started in the spirit. And that's where it's still battling in the spirit realm. And Yah is not going to let nothing move out of the way until it is defeated in the spirit realm. Until he defeat it in the spirit realm. But outside of that, he said, you all flesh. You all going to the same place. 6 foot under. Ain't nothing about everybody on the earth that I want in my kingdom. Now let's pull over on the other side now. Come on the other side where the real war is at. In the spirit realm. Now we can talk. That's what the Father wants y'all to know. When you come over into the real realm of spirit, now we can talk. Because when you come into the flesh realm, we all the same. That's why Solomon was saying when the sun shines, it shine on the righteous as well as the unrighteous. You see, because we're all the same. But he said, "Come on here, let's go to the other side." That's gonna tell you who you are. Come on, go with me to the other side, because it's your spirit. So, say for instance, Sister Deborah's spirit. Was my spirit created from the kingdom to support the flesh of who I am? Or was it come down to support the spirit of who Yah is? Holy. Yah is holy, and we are holy. You see? Those that are born of the spirit. But that's only where? In the spirit realm. You get what I'm saying? That's only in the spirit realm. So you heard it too. I'm going to listen to it, you guys. Just lay up in the bed and just listen to it and see what's going on with that. Thanks for telling me that. I'm going to listen to that. Yes, it is getting real. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. It's getting, can you see that? It's getting realer than real. And you know why I know that's to be true? That's what the Father was saying. It's starting to spill over to where it's going to be seen in the flesh realm. That's what he was saying. He says in the spirit realm, when he said we fight not against flesh and blood, he's letting you know, because he said the battle was never to be fought from flesh to flesh, but spirit to spirit, because everything that deals with Yah is spirit. So he's letting us know everything is fought in the spirit realm. We have a flesh, okay? Like Cain and Abel. It wasn't that Cain and Abel, Abel did something to Cain. It wasn't that he did anything to him. You see, Cain had a battle with Abel in the spirit realm, and it flowed right into the natural to where he killed Abel in the natural. But it was a war in the spirit. He didn't like the relationship Abel had with Yah, and he was the serpent seed. You see, that's what that was all about. So it was a spiritual war, a battle. Same thing with Adam and Eve. It's impossible. It is impossible. It is impossible for you to come from the kingdom, being the created, and go straight to the tree of the dead, unless you already dead. You see, it's impossible. All these trees, all this tree of life, perfect. He gave you everything perfect. You were totally sinless. And you go straight to the tree of dead. Come on now. You would have had to have come down here dead already. And that's why I say to you all, we need to just look at ourselves. I heard the noise. It was very ugly. Okay, you said you heard the noise too. Well, why ain't nobody? Y'all, wait a minute. That's what, how many days ago? 4? No, it ain't been that long. Maybe it was. And ain't nobody said nothing. And then when Nancy said something, everybody said, oh yeah, I heard it. Now Sister Deborah gonna go back and see if she can hear it. And you know what? If I can hear it, I'm gonna give you more than what you asked or what you say you heard. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, and I'm gonna tell you what it says. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it was said. If it's something on there. See, I didn't get a chance to listen to it. I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't listen to, I do a video, just put it up. I don't really, go into it and try to add and do this and do this. Oh, wait a minute. You heard it too. Wait a minute. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Everybody heard it except for Sister Deborah because she didn't listen to it. She just said it. So now I got to go back. And if it's anything that was said in any type of demonic or even any type of any spiritual type, I'm going to be able to know what it said. Because I'm going to tell y'all something that I said to y'all once before. And you said you heard it too. The noise, it was very ugly. And let me tell y'all something. When he dropped that message about dropping the bombshell, if you listen to that and you're able to get in it and be separate, come out of your, I don't know, y'all might can't do it though. Come out of your flesh and stay to the spirit realm of it and hear where everything is actually taking place. It's like taking you from one room to another. It really is. And when you come out of that, it's no way you're going to pick up this instructions and direction book. It's no way you're going to see a video on YouTube and not be changed. You're going to hear things different. You're going to think things different. You're going to feel things different. You're going to be able to apply the fact that ain't it. What y'all saying is not it. Because if there actually is a spiritual war and it's floating over, it's spilling over into the natural, it first has to be spiritual. And if it's spiritual and the battle is there, what are we doing here? Lying, deceiving, using deception, deceiving. This is where you can get away with everything in the flesh, y'all. You can get away with everything in the flesh. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't have heard it. Yeah, but I was thinking if I started over, but I didn't play it over. But I'm gonna listen to it tonight. I'm just gonna lay back and see if I can hear what. But see, everybody said they heard it, and no one ever said anything. I'm going to do just that. I'm going to do just that. Wow. You said you heard it in noise. It was very ugly. All right, I got to go back. That's something I need to do. I need to do. I really need to do. That's right. You're right. Exactly. But I still need to hear. I like to hear what it says. I'm going to tell y'all, I thought I told you all. Ever since I was a teenager, I can interpret dreams. I was given the spirit to interpret tongues. Now, like I said, the tongues, I guess the only way I could understand the spiritual tongue was to understand the other tongues. And that's what y'all taught me, all tongues that comes into a place of worship, so that I understand the tongues of the spirit that's so different than the tongues of self, which is flesh, and the tongues of the serpent. And I used to understand dreams and visions that people have. And it always take me back. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something else I never talked about. A lot of it also had to do with taking me back, as way back into the days of our grandparents and their great grandparents, and back in the days, their whole mindset and how it was set up. A lot of things that we here today, we blame ourselves not having, and what we don't do and what we should do. Y'all, guess what? It didn't come from us. I want to let you know that it didn't come from us. It came from yesterday. It came from yesterday. We just never shook it off. We never learned anything different outside of what it was. But all of it came from yesterday. That's why he says that which is in the dark shall come to the light in the last days. So that tells you that all the true facts of wicked and evil, and the things that are righteous was in the dark. Because in the end days, it's going to come where? To the light. So a lot of times we want to make yesterday so pretty. Sister Deborah can't do that. And I will not, and I cannot. I'm not going to make yesterday pretty because the world try to make it pretty. And everybody else trying to make yesterday so great, so excellent, so wonderful. If that was the case, why did the Messiah had to come? And the moment he came and gone, guess what? It didn't change none of the sin. Let me give you a little something. If the Messiah came for all mankind sin, what's the sense? Is the moment he died, everybody went back to the same sin and sin. So he just came down to wipe all our sins away for eternal? No. He came through the front door for the lost that was lost in spirit. He came to redeem you back from which you were lost in. And no one never knew that. Israel said he came for the lost sheep of Israel. That too. And Judah. That too. But it wasn't just them. It was the other nations too. Because when Yah created this for his namesake and his will, he was creating it based on the kingdom, what he had in the kingdom, and what else? What he had written. See, we don't want to go there. We don't want to go nowhere near there because it takes us out of the comfort zone of what we were taught, what we were preached, what we were told, the way we came up, our belief. Yah's will, cross all that. Cross it all out. You see? So when we come down here, Yah in the kingdom had everything already written, all the way to the point eternal. Eternal was already written. What do you mean, Deborah? Eternal lake of fire was already created, was already written. Eternal kingdom in the heavens with Yah was already written, was already created. So everybody was dispersed in the two. You either was in the Lamb book of life or you in the books of the lake of fire. What are we down here doing now in the flesh? Clowning. Showing which book we are written in. While our spirit is battling the spiritual warfare, our flesh is cutting up from the floor as well. Because the battle is the unseen. And it's pouring out into the flesh, and the flesh is actually showing you their destiny. That's why Yeshua told to Satan, it's already written. Ain't nothing you can tell me or get me to do. It's already written. And because it's already written, I am not to tempt he that has all things written. What he said, I am not to tempt the Lord thy Yah. He's telling us to say, why? Because he has it written. Why would I tempt what he got written? And that's what's the problem with Sister Deborah. It's a problem. Yes, it's a problem. It's a problem to the world. Because people should have, you would think that it would have been that we all got the opportunity to understand all things was written. So we wouldn't be down here clowning and acting a fool. But because it was written, we acting a fool because it was written that we was going to act a fool. So when it all said and done, this is why he said one ain't no different than the other. Why? Because the war is in the spirit. That's what I'm looking at. See, y'all looking at the spirit while we looking at the flesh. We looking at everything according to the way of the flesh. And y'all over here said, y'all, wait a minute, hold up, y'all, wait a minute, hold up. You don't fight against flesh and blood. Well, wait a minute, what you mean, Father, y'all? Deborah, The war ain't in flesh and blood, baby. It's over here in the spirit. You don't see it. You see what I'm saying? While we over here in the flesh, battling things, trying to control things, manipulate things, deceive people to think if you do it this way, if you look this way, you walk this way, you talk this way, you act this way, you pray this way, you say this and you say that, and you kick your head right, you wear your fringes, you do this and you do that, and when it all said and done, wait a minute, all of that is to the flesh. Everything, the churches, the temples, everybody is preaching and teaching is to the flesh, child. That's deep. That's just how far people are from anything truth. Everything everybody's doing has to deal with the flesh. Ain't nobody trying to come to the realm of the spirit. Can you come there? Yes, you can. Because that's your safe haven. Once you understand, because why would you not be able to come to the realm of the spirit if he say he's coming to live in you? He's sending his spirit to live in you and you in it, and y'all become one. But yet you can't go to the spirit. You can't touch the hem of his garment. You can't go in the realm of the spirit. Wait a minute, hold up. If he coming in me and he said he's greater in me and I am in him and we are one, wait a minute, hold up. What you mean I can't go to the spirit realm? I'm already there. So who's telling you can't? People who don't understand the spirit realm. All they understand is the natural realm. And that's the only realm they're going to always understand and take to. And that is the natural realm. Because they don't want no part in the spiritual realm. But guess what the spiritual realm would take you? It'll take you a mighty long ways. And when we tell you what else, get out here and something about to happen or something you in danger. That spiritual realm will get you out of it. It'll get you out. See if your flesh gets you out. See if somebody else's flesh gets you out. That spiritual realm is going to set the pace to get you out of whatever situation you get in. That's the spiritual realm. Because that's where the true battle is. When something is trying to take your life, something is trying to ruin you, something's trying to do this and do that, they're doing it behind the realm of the spirit. And the flesh loves its own. It loves the spirit that's born to do what it wanted to do. And your flesh began to follow the ways of your spirit that came down here to be about your flesh. So when it all said and done, the Most High Yah got all that stuff backed up and backed out. It is finished. It is over. I think, honestly, I don't think I can leave with you tonight is your best thing is to have the what you call a relationship with him. I mean a real one. I ain't talking these fake ones. I mean a real relationship. And just like I said, you already, he's either written in heaven. Everything is sealed. Everything is finished. We down here clowning. But at least I know if I'm down here, at least my desire is to do and please the Most High Yah. Not to get down here and clown. You know, I would rather want to do his will and be pleasing to him, obey his voice, do what he tell me to do, than to get down here and say, so since we all the same, I'm going to just do anything. And that's what a mindset is. But I can assure each and every last one of you, if you came down here holy, you're going back holy. Praise the mighty Yah. And ain't nothing on this earth is going to take you from what Yah has already sealed you from the kingdom. So Sister Deborah, I hope you got something out of it. And I'm so excited to go back to listen to that video to see if I can discern exactly what I'm hearing. And I appreciate you all informing me. And again, that new page, I'm going to put it up in the live chat one more time on this side because I'm live on the new page. And I want you all to, James came up with this here, peace in the wilderness. And I thought that was really, wait a minute. No. It was peace in the wilderness with a higher. I like that. I like that, James. I love it. So this is the new page, and that's where I will be from now on, uh, because I think I have allowed everyone by now to know that there's a new page. So I hope I don't have to shut this page down totally to switch over, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. The Spirit of the Most High Yah explained to me that this page, I wanted to just take it off and just end it and take all the videos down. But he says someone's going to come for those, not all of them, but some of those messages to the Most High Yah. Yes, he did it. That's right. Praise the Most High Yah. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you tuning in. And now you go out there and you do as far as that. Oh, look at you. You done went on the other side. No, you didn't. Shalom and good night to everyone. Okay. You guys can click here and it will take you to the new page. So I, Sister Deborah, was saying to you, each and every last one of you all, I hope you got something out of it. And I just wish we had, let's take out a few minutes. Someone to give me a good topic. Let's get 3 good topics we can talk about. Yep, a relationship with him in the spirit, it'll take you a long ways. And let me tell you what I've been hearing from men. Men are saying that you better prepare because they're coming for you. They're coming to take this, to take that, and to take this. My whole ideal is I can't get no prepared than I am. And that is with Yah. Okay? But it still does not erase the fact that I'm human. Okay? And I don't know what Yah is going to allow to happen. That's the only thing that I don't feel good about, because I've seen Yah allow a lot of things to happen. Y'all look at that thing with that bio they put out. Do y'all now? I don't think y'all. Let me say something to y'all. I don't think y'all really get a lot of things. I really don't. Do you all understand? These people lives were taken from them, and it didn't have nothing to do with what they had. Do you all understand those freezers that they had built to put them bodies in? A lot of those bodies weren't dead. Do y'all know that? Do y'all understand that? No, you don't. This is the thing Sister Deborah tell you. I could see a freezer full of a lot of bodies. Every time they wrap them up, put them in that bag, and they put them in that freezer. Time I died of COVID. And did y'all know throughout that time, I knew a lot of them weren't dead, but they died in the freezer. What can I say? What can I do? Nothing but endure the fact that Yah allowed it. Because there's also things in Revelation telling you this minute is going to die. You see? Just because they smeared the book don't mean he ain't saying something that's going to happen and gave us some sort of idea. They went and smeared it so you won't really get it for what it's really saying. And you just assume it's going to say what they're saying. But the thing about it is, during that time when it first just, and I'm going to say the example, like 9/11, y'all, all that mess, I knew all that stuff was a lie. But just imagine having to live with it. I knew that was the United Snakes. But just imagine having to live with it. And now guess what happened? All of it's coming out. I told y'all about the foreclosures. They was taking them houses to sell the land over to, and the properties over to the foreigners in other countries. A lot of people don't even understand why. I don't get why men and women over here, especially those of Judah, why are y'all so caught up with what China's doing? Why is it so many people caught up with China? China owns this country. What part of it y'all don't know? They can do whatever they want to do. They can right now, China can right now send a bio. Why? Because so many of you all are buying that TMNU. Oh, because it's so cheap. Always know there's always something behind stuff like that. China owns this country. No one other country owns this country but China. So a lot of us need to shut our mouths about what China's doing over here. They own this property. And just because you want to live a lie, that's on you. I'm telling you what's behind the scene. So Sister Deborah said, I hope you got something out of it. And someone says it was written. The thing about it is written, you have to be careful because you got to know what was written. Okay? What is in this book, a lot of it is not what is written in the kingdom. Okay? Because a lot of people today thinking there's a rapture coming forth. That's not what's in this book. Even though the book kind of said it is. But that's not what's coming from the kingdom. There is so much is going to happen. And like I say, I'm afraid. I'm scared because of what I know y'all going to allow them to do. And if you ain't scared, that's on you. You ain't seen nothing yet. So our Sister Deborah says, Yah'S 2 shall be back. And I didn't get a topic. That's right. There is no rapture. Right? I didn't get a topic, but I guess we'll come up with something. So Sister Deborah says, shalom and shalom.